Now to Florida, where Democrats just flipped Palm Beach County back to Democrat. That is, of course, the home of Mar-a-Lago. And this isn't the first seat to flip in recent months. Since last year, Democrats have flipped 30 seats in special and state legislative elections nationwide. But this latest one in the president's backyard is raising some concerns. So we have Florida gubernatorial candidate Congressman Byron Donalds here to talk all about it. It's not good for, when seats flip, but is this being overblown just given that Palm Beach is not a Republican stronghold?
A little bit. I think, first of all, the special elections always favor the party that's most motivated. There's no doubt about it. Democrat voters are very motivated because they have Trump derangement syndrome. They do not like Donald Trump. They don't like any of the policies. I would also add that the Democrats have been wrong on public policy. There's a reason why Donald Trump swept the battleground states, and that's because when Democrats had full control, they were destroying America, and everybody saw it happen in real time. Now, look, this seat in particular, it has flipped back and forth over the last several years. It used to be a Democrat seat. When I was in the state legislature, it was held by a Democrat. It got flipped in 2022 when Governor Ron DeSantis won our state by 19 points. It flipped. And so, but we're going to go back and work hard this November to retain it. I think the bigger message for Republicans, take nothing for granted, work incredibly hard, get out the vote, contact every voter, knock on doors, do the blocking and tackling.
Okay, this is a state House district, so nationally, let's talk about that. The House has been in very close margins for a long time. Of course, the president doesn't want to lose full control of power in Washington, D.C. What does it look like nationally, especially when President Trump is not on the ballot? And as you mentioned, Democrats are excited and motivated to go to the polls, even though he's not at the top of the ticket.
Well, look, I think of two things. One, I think Republicans have to take stock of, number one, all the successes of the Trump administration and just stay focused on the elements of campaigning and getting out votes. Obviously, Democrats are very motivated, but it's our responsibility to explain to independent voters in this country who are just wanting common sense to reign in America, to remind them that 2 years ago, the country was in a horrible position because of terrible Democrat policy. And I don't care what Hakeem or Chuck Schumer or any of them say, they all know they created massive inflation, the borders were wide open, the country was less safe, it was not secure, and the world was in significantly worse shape than it is today.
Do you, when you're talking to folks back home, your constituents, do they feel what you're talking about? Because as you know, if you're explaining, you're losing in a lot of instances. So if you're having to explain why things are better, maybe policy's not getting pushed through. We're still not yet to the full impact of the big, beautiful bill. The tax cuts the president says are coming this year. But do they feel it? Because that's what's really going to matter when it comes to November.
Well, I'll say Florida is in a unique position because people are choosing our state over Democrat hellscapes like New York City, San Francisco, California, Los Angeles. Now Seattle, Washington decided they told those other blue states to hold my beer. We'll show you how really crazy that we can be. And people are choosing Florida. They're choosing Texas. They're choosing Tennessee. So I believe that when you get to the midterm cycle, you'll have more voters who are going to go out to the polls. They're going to remember and understand that Democrat policy, it might sound good on a news clip, but it's actually terrible in implementation and is not in the interest of the Americans.
People are running away from it in a lot of states, as you mentioned. I have to ask you about this. There's some really strange posts coming from the White House X account yesterday. Look at this.
Cool. It's launching soon, right?
Yes.
Cool. It's launching soon, right?
Yes.
One of those videos was deleted, and this photo was just posted today. So what is happening here? Are they just accidentally posting? Are they previewing something? What's going on?
I don't know. I don't even have an answer for that.
Okay.
I stay focused on the things that matter.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.